Massachusetts Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren. Senator, if you were president, what would you do? What's the solution to this mess on the border with these kids being separated?
This is even hard. This is even hard. It is entirely up to the President of the United States. All he has to do right now is pick up the phone and say to Jeff Sessions, say to the Department of Homeland Security, stop. And do not separate children from their parents. Do not rip babies out of the arms of their mothers. And we're done.
And so the parents who are going on trial because they're applying for asylum, would the kids stay with them? How would that work?
Sure. You can make it work. But look, you don't have to prosecute them criminally. Let's keep in mind what we're talking about here are taking women who have been raped, who've been beaten, who fear for their lives, who flee to the United States asking for asylum, and for the act of asking, the United States government, because of Donald Trump, is ripping their children away from them. That is not who we are.
Okay, they cross. We know the situation. If they come to a point of entry, fine. But if they come across the border illegally, across the border, which we see pictures of it, when they come across, they're going to be detained for processing. They're going to be held for a while. There's a 20-day requirement that you have to release them after 20 days. Trump calls that catch and release, because if they wait out the 20 days, they get to stay in the United States. So there is no border enforcement.
No, come on.
Well, tell me how it works.
No. Come on. If you want to pick people up because they've entered illegally, then get them in front of a magistrate, get them in front of a judge. We have a process for doing this. And if someone has a credible claim to make for amnesty, if someone has a credible claim to make that they want asylum, then let them make the claim. But you don't take their children away simply because they've asked.
What do you think of what you must have watched Secretary of Homeland Security Nielsen yesterday? Do you think she should resign? Did you like that performance?
No, I did not. I think she not only should resign, I think that before she has a chance to resign, she should be fired.
Really?
Look, come on.
So you don't blame Trump, you blame her.
No, what I'm saying is he should get rid of her. This is not helpful, but all of this goes back
let's face
to
it,
Donald Trump.
You're a political person as well as a policy person. Trump's playing this like a banjo. You know what he's doing. He's revving up his base with this, the red hots on anti-immigration attitudes. He's playing it. You know he's going to play it in the election. So it's not just her, it's him.
I actually don't see it this way, Chris.
You don't think he's playing this politically?
No, I'm going to say this differently. I think there are some things in America that go beyond politics. And Trump may think he's playing a political game here. But ultimately, this one hits deep where America lives. Not just Democrat America, Republican America, Independent America, people who just don't care about politics. People who say this is not what America does. We do not put small children in cages. We do not separate children from their parents.
Will this move the needle on Trump? Will this move people against him? Will people begin to see him as a bad guy now who liked him before?
What I care about is that people push Trump to stop this. That's where we need to be right now. And it's keeping in mind, this is not about legislation, this is not about anything else. This is appealing to the President of the United States. This is insisting as loudly as we can to the President of the United States. This is not who we are in America. He is taking America to a dark and ugly place.
Is there anything you as a senator can do? Is the Senate frozen out of the action here?
You know, I think that this is about Trump. And I think
you can't pass legislation?
It's not a question of whether or not we could pass legislation over a long process. This is happening to children tonight while you and I are sitting here. Trump could stop it before we get to the end of this
I want you to do it
interview.
positively. I wrote this question out. What should we do if you were president? Because that's a legitimate question. When people come here from Central America with children and they come across the border illegally, how would you handle this as opposed to how the president's handling this?
Then we would detain them. We would take them in front of a court, but we would not separate families. We just don't.
And that's doable under the law, even though they have the 20-day rule and all these other rules.
I think we can do that if that's what we want to do and put the resources into it.
Why is Trump doing this?
I don't know. I can't get inside Donald Trump's head, and I don't want to get inside Donald Trump's head.
You think he's irrational?
Look, it doesn't matter. Maybe whatever it is he's doing, it's not for me to speculate. The point is, it's wrong.
Okay, Jeff Sessions is calling this policy.
Chris, anything that takes us away from that conversation.
I'm with you on this. I just want to know how you would do it. You say, Elizabeth, you said that Kirsten Nielsen should go. She should be fired. What about Jeff Sessions, her boss? Not her boss, but the one who really set this policy out. Well, he said he wants zero tolerance. He's the boss in this policy. He set it down, and she's had to follow it.
Donald Trump is the boss. Let's be clear. It's Donald Trump. This is on Donald Trump.
So she goes, but Jeff Sessions stays.
He owns it. He owns it. We're done.
How about Jeff Sessions? Should he go?
You know, he's got a lot going on right
Yeah, I know, because he's protecting the special
Exactly.
prosecutor.
He's got a lot going on right
So
now.
this is
He's
the
got a
weird
lot going
politics
on.
of this.
It
Jeff
is.
Sessions, who is a nasty anti-immigrant guy.
No kidding.
We know that. You know that.
No
and at the
kidding.
same time, he is sort of keeping things together on the prosecution of
look,
the Russian probe.
Let me
is.
make the.
You just said that.
I know that. Let me make the coherent point around this, though, and that is the sorts of things that the Homeland Security Secretary got out and defended yesterday. Come on, this is not what we should be doing for Homeland Security, but all of it is back to Donald Trump, and the tip is to stay on Donald Trump. If Donald Trump does not want children taken away from their mothers at the borders, he fixes that, and he fixes it now. And if he fails to do that, the blame does not fall on anyone else. The blame falls squarely on Donald.
Does the Republican Party share that blame for backing him?
Everyone in America who does not speak out shares that blame.
Well
This
said.
is not politics.
Thank you. Well said. Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts, thank you for coming on.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.